song you say. Two high fives, combine it, elevate. I love the sky into prayer. I reply, you once would get so heated, yes, as though I cheated.
Brothers and sisters, mothers, fathers, aunties, and uncles, grandmas, and grandpas, everybody. That's right, in-laws, everybody in the house. Welcome back to the road trip. That's right, I mean that sincerely with my whole heart. Shalom, shalom, fam. Shalom and shalom. Peace and blessings to you, your homes, your dwelling places, right? Where you stay at. Or your loved ones, your friends, your children, and your pets, right? Little fur babies, right? That's right, we love all of that for you. Hope everything's going well on this Wednesday, right? Halfway through the week. Hope that the Most High gives you strength, endurance, perseverance, courage, right? And fortitude to make it through the Shabbat coming up. And you have a nice day to relax and a weekend to kind of just unwind and, replenish, right? Replenish the Ruach. Get ready for another week coming up. Keep tackling them, knocking them one down at a time, right? 1 week at a time. That's it. 1 day at a time, sometimes 1 hour at a time, right? However you can handle it, right? The Most High's got your back, right? All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, right? That's right. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Glory to Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, right? And honors to the Ruach HaKodesh. My love and my respect goes out to each and every single one of you, now and forever. That's right. That's right. So we are back in the book of Jasher. Right, that's right, Jasher. What was that called again? Jasher. Let me see. It was Sefer HaYashar. Yeah, the Sefer HaYashar. That's right. So we're back in that book, chapter 27. That's where we left off on 26. We finished that one up. So chapter 27 is where we're going to be starting off naturally, and looks like we're going to get 27. Definitely 27 and 28 for sure. And let's see, 29 looks extremely long. Wow. So if we can get 27 through 29, that'd be a champion's feat right there. That's a long one, man. 29, it spans. Oh my goodness. Well, let's see if we got it in us. Let's get 27 and 28 first, and then we'll deal with the other stuff, right? We'll make it water under the bridge. So, no further ado. If you would like to follow along with me right now, that would be fantastic. Fantastic, I would really appreciate that. And I think you would too. So, just in case I make some mistakes on some of these names, right? Because you saw in that last chapter, some of these names are not playing any games, man. They're taking no prisoners. Oh, my goodness. So, pray for me on this one, all right? I'm praying for you always. So, I love y'all. All right, you have enough time. All right, that's been enough time. No further ado, the book of Jasher. Sefer HaYashar, chapter 27. Let's begin, fam. Let's begin. chapter 27, and it reads, And Esau at that time, after the death of Abraham, frequently went in the field to hunt, and Nimrod, king of Babel, the same was Ampharel, also frequently went out with his mighty men to hunt in the field, and to walk about with his men in the cool of the day. And Nimrod was observing Esau all the days, for a jealousy was formed in the heart of Nimrod against Esau all the days. And on a certain day Esau went in the field to hunt, and he found Nimrod walking in the wilderness with his 2 men. And all his mighty men and his people were with him in the wilderness, but they removed at a distance from him, and they went from him in different directions to hunt. And Esau concealed himself for Nimrod, and he lurked for him in the wilderness. And Nimrod and his men that were with him did not know him. And Nimrod and his men frequently walked about in the field at the cool of the day, and to know where his men were hunting in the field. And Nimrod and two of his men that were with him came to the place where they were, when Esau started suddenly from his lurking place, and drew his sword, and hastened and ran to Nimrod, and cut off his head. Whoa! And Esau fought a desperate fight with the 2 men that were with Nimrod. And when they called out to him, Esau turned to them and smote them to death with his sword. And all the mighty men of Nimrod who had left him to go to the wilderness heard the cry at a distance, and they knew the voices of those 2 men, and they ran to know the cause of it, when they found their king and the 2 men that were with him lying dead in the wilderness. And when Esau saw the mighty men of Nimrod coming at a distance, he fled, and thereby escaped. And Esau took the valuable garments of Nimrod, which Nimrod's father had bequeathed to Nimrod, and with which Nimrod prevailed over the whole land, and he ran and concealed himself in his house. And Esau took those garments and ran into the city on account of Nimrod's men, and he came unto his father's house, and wearied and exhausted from fight, he was ready to die through grief. And he approached his brother Jacob and sat before him, Yaakov. And he said unto his brother Yaakov, Behold, I will die this day, and why then do I want this birthright? And Yaakov acted wisely with Esau in this matter, and Esau sold his birthright to Jacob, Yaakov, for it was so brought about by the Most High. Okay, I'm going to interject right there. All right, so when you're reading this in the Old Testament, right, and you're hearing about him coming in from the field and hunting, and he was famished, and he said he was going to die, right, and he asked his brother Yaakov to make him some pottage, right, some red pottage, right, some lentil soups and stuff like that, some stew. And he did. But it doesn't tell you why he was coming in famished and why he was saying that he was going to die that day, right? It didn't tell you that. But when you read this, it kind of fills in the blank. It gives you another perspective. Well, he came in famished because he had just killed King Nimrod, the greatest king of all of history, basically. He just killed him and 2 of his mighty men and was being chased down by the rest of the kingdom. And so he thought he was a dead man. Right? That's like going and killing Cain. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like, that's craziness. You just killed a legend of legends, right? Basically a god man, like Xerxes almost, you know what I'm saying? As to the Persians would say, right? So that was wild. But see, you didn't hear about that in the Old Testament. That's why you got to read all different kinds of scrolls and scriptures. You got to get your text from different sources. This fills in a lot more blanks, don't it? That's right. We're going to continue on now. All right. So just wanted to fill that in there. Very nice to be noted right there. He came in famished because he just killed a king and 2 of his servants, right? 1 versus 3. And one of them was the strongest man in history to be noted. So yeah, you'd be pretty famished and tired and exhausted too, I'm sure. Yeah, let's continue. All right. Verse 13, and it reads, And Esau's portion in that cave of the field of Machpelah, which Abraham had bought from the children of Heth for the possession of a burial ground, Esau also sold to Yaakov, and Yaakov bought all this from his brother Esau for value given. And Yaakov wrote the whole of this in the book, and he testified the same with witnesses. And he sealed it, and the book remained in the hands of Yaakov. And when Nimrod, the son of Cush, died, his men lifted him up and brought him in consternation and buried him in his city. And all the days of Nimrod lived were 215 years, and he died. And the days of Nimrod reigned upon the people of the land were 185 years. And Nimrod died by the sword of Esau in shame and contempt. And the seed of Abraham caused his death, as he had seen in his dream. See, that was prophesied, all right? And at the death of Nimrod, his kingdom became divided into many divisions, and all those parts that Nimrod reigned over were restored to the respective kings of the land, who recovered them after the death of Nimrod. And all the people of the house of Nimrod were for a long time enslaved to all the other kings of the land. That's the end of chapter 27. All right? So we're going to get some more. We're going to move right on over to 28. All right? You ready to keep your scrolls out? All right, keep your scrolls out. Let's continue. Okay? Okay, cool. Okay, chapter 28, and it reads, And in those days after the death of Abraham, in that year, the Most High brought a heavy famine in the land. And while the famine was raging in the land of Canaan, Isaac rose up to go down to Mizraim on account of the famine, as his father Abraham had done. And the Most High appeared that night to Isaac, and he said to him, Do not go down to Mizraim, but rise and go to Gerar, to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, and remain there until the famine will cease. And Isaac rose up and went to Gerar, as the Most High commanded him, and he remained there a full year. And when Isaac came to Gerar, the people of the land saw that Rebekah his wife was of a beautiful appearance. And the people of Gerar asked Isaac concerning his wife, and he said, She is my sister. Same thing his dad did, you know what I'm saying? For he was afraid to say she was his wife, lest the people of the land should slay him on account of her. And the princess of Abimelech went and praised the woman to the king. But he answered them not, neither did he attend to their words. But he heard them say that Isaac declared her to be his sister. So the king reserved this within himself. And when Isaac had remained 3 months in the land, Abimelech looked out at the window, and he saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. For Isaac dwelt in the outer house belonging to the king, so that the house of Isaac was opposite the house of the king. And the king said unto Isaac, What is this you have done to us in saying of your wife, She is my sister? How easily might one of the great men of the people have lain with her, and you would then have brought guilt upon us. And Isaac said unto Abimelech, Because I was afraid lest I die on account of my wife, therefore I said, She is my sister. At that time Abimelech gave orders to all the princes and great men, and they took Isaac and Rebekah his wife, and brought them before the king. And the king commanded that they should dress them in princely garments, and make them ride through the streets of the city, and proclaim before them throughout the land, saying, This is the man, and this is his wife. Whoever touches this man or his wife will surely die. And Isaac returned with his wife to the king's house. And the Most High was with Isaac, and he continued to wax great, and lacked nothing. And the Most High caused Isaac to find favor in the sight of Abimelech, and in the sight of all his subjects. And Abimelech acted well with Isaac, for Abimelech remembered the oath and the covenant that existed between his father and Abraham. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, Behold, the whole earth is before you. Dwell wherever it may seem good in your sight, until you will return to your land. And Abimelech gave Isaac fields and vineyards in the best part of the land of Gerar, to sow and reap and eat the fruits of the ground until the days of the famine should have passed by. And Isaac sowed in the land and received 100-fold in that same year. And the Most High blessed him. And the man waxed great, and he had possession of flocks and possession of herds and great store of servants. And when the days of the famine had passed away, the Most High appeared to Isaac and said unto him, Rise up, go out from this place, and return to your land, to the land of Canaan. And Isaac rose up and returned to Hebron, which is in the land of Canaan, and he and all belonging to him, as the Most High commanded him. And after this, Shelach, the son of Arpachshad, died in that year, which is the 18th year of the lives of Jacob and Esau. And all the days of Shelach lived were 433 years, and he died. At that time, Isaac sent his younger son, Jacob, Yaakov, to the house of Shem and Eber, and he learned the instructions of the Most High, and Yaakov remained in the house of Shem and Eber for 32 years. And Esau his brother did not go, for he was not willing to go, and he remained in his father's house in the land of Canaan. And Esau was continually hunting in the fields to bring home what he could get, so did Esau all the days. And Esau was a designing and deceitful man, one who hunted after the hearts of men and persuaded them through deceit. And Esau was a valiant man in the field, and in the course of time went as usual to hunt, and he came as far as the field of Seir, the same as Edom. And he remained in the land of Seir, hunting in the field 1 year and 4 months. And Esau there saw in the land of Seir a daughter of a man, a Canaan, and her name was Jehudith, the daughter of Birthright, son of Epher, from the families of Heth, the son of Canaan. And Esau took her for a wife, and he came unto her. 40 years old was Esau when he took her, and he brought her to Hebron, the land of his father's dwelling place, and he dwelt there. And it came to pass in those days, in the 110th year of the life of Isaac, that is in the 15th year of the life of Jacob, Yaakov, in that year died Shem, the son of Noah. Shem was 600 years old at this death. And when Shem died, Yaakov returned to his father to Hebron, which is in the land of Canaan. And in the 56th year of the life of Yaakov, people came from Haran, and Rebekah was told concerning her brother Laban, the son of Bethuel. For the wife of Laban was barren in those days, and bare no children, and also all his handmaids bore none to him. And the Most High afterwards remembered Adinah, the wife of Laban, and she conceived and bore twin daughters, and Laban called their names of his daughters, the name of the elder Leah, and the name of the younger Rachel. And those people came and told these things to Rebekah, and Rebekah rejoiced greatly that the Most High had visited her brother, and that he was given children. That's the end of chapter 28. All right. Okay. And 29 is going to be the long one. Do y'all want to get it? I think we're going to do it. Yes, we're going to do it, man. We're not backing down. We want chapter 29. Yes, we do. Hallelujah, fam. All right, let's get ready. Let's get ready. All right, this is the long one. All right, chapter 29, and it reads, all right. And Isaac the son of Abraham became old and advanced in days, and his eyes became heavy through age. They were dim and could not see. At that time Isaac called unto Esau his son, saying, Get, I pray you, your weapons and quiver and your bow. Rise up and go out into the field, and get me some venison, and make me some savory meat, and bring it to me, that I may eat, in order that I may bless you before my death, as I have now become old and gray-headed. And Esau did so. And he took his weapon and went out into the field to hunt for venison as usual, to bring to his father as he had ordered him, so that he might bless him. And Rebekah heard all the words of Isaac had spoken unto Esau, and she hastened to call her son Yaakov, saying, Thus did your father speak unto your brother Esau, and thus did I hear. Now therefore hasten you, and make that which I will tell you. Rise up and go, I pray you, to the flock, and fetch me 2 fine kids of the goats, and I will get the savory meat for your father, and you will bring the savory meat, that he may eat before your brother will have come for the chase, in order that your father may bless you. And Jacob Yaakov hastened and did as his mother had commanded him, and he made the savory meat and brought it before his father, before Esau had come from his chase. And Isaac said unto Yaakov, Who are you, my son? And he said, I am your firstborn Esau. I have done as you did order me. Now therefore rise up, I pray you, and eat of my hunt, in order that your soul may bless me as you did speak unto me. And Isaac rose up, and he ate, and he drank, and his heart was comforted. And he blessed Yaakov, and Yaakov went away from his father. And as soon as Isaac had blessed Yaakov, and had gone away from him, behold, Esau came from his hunt from the field, and he also made savory meat, and brought it to his father to eat thereof, and to bless him. And Isaac said unto Esau, And who was he that has taken venison and brought it to me before you came, and who I did bless? And Esau knew that his brother Jacob, Yaakov, had done this, and the anger of Esau was kindled against his brother, that he had acted thus toward him. And Esau said, Is he not rightly called Jacob, Yaakov? For he has supplanted me twice. He took away my birthright, and now he has taken away my blessing. And Esau wept greatly. And when Isaac heard the voice of his son Esau weeping, Isaac said unto Esau, What can I do, my son? Your brother came with subtlety, and took away your blessing. And Esau hated his brother Jacob, Yaakov, on account of the blessing that his father had given him, and his anger was greatly roused against him. And Jacob, Yaakov, was very much afraid of his brother Esau, and he rose up and fled to the house of Eber, the son of Shem, and he concealed himself there on account of his brother. And Jacob was 63 years old when he went out from the land of Canaan from Hebron. And Jacob, Yaakov, was concealed in Eber's house 14 years on account of his brother Esau. And he there continued to learn the ways of the Most High and his commandments. And when Esau saw that Jacob, Yaakov, had fled and escaped from him, and that Yaakov had cunningly obtained the blessing, then Esau grieved exceedingly. And he was also vexed at his father and mother. And he also rose up and took his wife, and went away from his father and mother to the land of Seir. And he dwelt there. And Esau saw there was a woman from among the daughters of Heth, whose name was Bosmath, and the daughter of Elon the Hittite. And he took her for a wife in addition to his first wife. And Esau called her name Adah, saying, The blessing had in that time passed from him. And Esau dwelt in the land of Seir 6 months without seeing his father or mother. And afterward Esau took his wives, and rose up and returned to the land of Canaan. And Esau placed his 2 wives in his father's house in Hebron. And the wives of Esau vexed and provoked Isaac and Rebekah with their works, for they walked not in the ways of the Most High, but served their fathers' gods of wood and stone, as their fathers had taught them. And they were more wicked than their fathers. And they went according to the evil desires of their hearts, and they sacrificed and burnt incense to Baalim. And Isaac and Rebekah became weary of them. And Rebekah said, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob, Yaakov, takes a wife from the daughters of Heth, such as these, which are of the daughters of the land, what good then is life unto me? And in those days Adah, the wife of Esau, conceived and bore him a son, and Esau called the name of the son that was born unto him Eliphaz. And Esau was 65 years old when she bore him. And Ishmael the son of Abraham died in those days, in the 60th year of the life of Jacob. And all the days of Ishmael lived were 137 years, and he died. And when Isaac heard that Ishmael was dead, he mourned for him, and Isaac lamented over him many days. And at that end of 14 years of Jacob's residing in the house of Eber, Jacob desired to see his father and mother. And Jacob came to the house of his father and mother in Hebron. And Esau had in those days forgotten what Jacob had done to him, and having taken the blessing from him in those days. And when Esau saw Jacob coming to his father and mother, he remembered what Jacob had done to him, and he was greatly incensed against him. And he sought to slay him. And Isaac the son of Abraham was old and advanced in days. And Esau said, Now my father's time is drawing nigh, that he must die. And when he will die, I will slay my brother Jacob. And this was told to Rebekah, and she hastened and sent and called for Jacob her son. And she said unto him, Arise, go and flee to Haran, to my brother Laban, and remain there for some time until your brother's anger be turned from you, and then you will come back. And Isaac called unto Jacob and said unto him, Take not a wife from the daughters of Canaan, for thus did our father Abraham command us according to the word of the Most High, which he had commanded him, saying, Unto your seed will I give this land, if your children keep my covenant that I have made with you. Then will I also perform to your children that which I have spoken unto you, and I will not forsake them. Now therefore, my son, hearken to my voice, to all that I will command you, and refrain from taking a wife from among the daughters of Canaan. Arise, go to Haran, to the house of Bethuel, your mother's father, and take unto you a wife from there, from the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. Therefore, take heed lest you should forget the Most High your Elohim, and all his ways in the land to which you go, and should get connected with the people of the land, and pursue vanity, and forsake the Most High your Elohim. But when you come to the land, serve there the Most High. Do not turn to the right or to the left from the way which I commanded you, and which you did learn. Right? From Shem and Eber. Verse 28. And may the Almighty El Shaddai Yahweh grant you favor in the sight of the people of the earth, that you may take there a wife according to your choice, one who is good and upright in the ways of the Most High. And may Yahweh give unto you and your seed the blessing of your father Abraham, and make you fruitful and multiply you. And may you become a multitude of people in the land where you go. And may Yahweh cause you to return to this land, the land of your fathers, dwelling with children and with great riches, with joy and with pleasure. And Isaac finished commanding Yaakov and blessing him, and he gave him many gifts together with silver and gold, and he sent him away. And Jacob Yaakov hearkened to his father and mother. He kissed them and arose and went to Padan Aram. And Jacob was 77 years old when he went out from the land of Canaan from Beersheba. And when Jacob went away to go to Haran, Esau called unto his son Eliphaz, and secretly spoke unto him, saying, Now hasten, take your sword in your hand, and pursue Jacob, and pass before him in the road, and lurk for him, and slay him with your sword in one of the mountains, and take all belonging to him, and come back. And Eliphaz, the son of Esau, was an active man and expert with a bow, as his father had taught him. And he was a noted hunter in the field, and a valiant man. And Eliphaz did as his father had commanded him. And Eliphaz was at the time 13 years old. And Eliphaz rose up and went and took 10 of his mother's brothers with him, and pursued Jacob. And he closely followed Jacob, and he lurked for him in the border of the land of Canaan, opposite to the city of Shechem. And Jacob saw Eliphaz and his men pursuing him. And Jacob stood still in that place, in which he was going, in order to know what this was, for he did not know the thing that Eliphaz drew his sword. And he went on advancing, he and his men, toward Jacob. And Jacob said unto them, What are you doing that you have come here? And what do you intend that you pursue with your swords? And Eliphaz came near to Jacob, and he answered and said unto him, Thus did my father command me, and now therefore I will not deviate from the orders which my father gave me. And when Jacob saw that Esau had spoken to Eliphaz to employ force, Jacob then approached and supplicated Eliphaz and his men, saying to him, Behold, all that I have, and which my father and mother gave unto me, that take unto you, and go from me, and do not slay me, and may this thing be accounted unto you as righteousness. And the Most High caused Jacob to find favor in the sight of Eliphaz the son of Esau and his men, and they hearkened to the voice of Jacob, and they did not put him to death. And Eliphaz and his men took all belonging to Jacob together with the silver and gold that he had brought with him from Beersheba. They left him nothing. And Eliphaz and his men went away from him, and they returned to Esau to Beersheba, and they told him all that had occurred to them with Jacob, and they gave him all that they had taken from Jacob. Salake. And Esau was indignant at Eliphaz his son, and at his men that were with him, because they had not put Jacob to death. And they answered and said unto Esau, Because Jacob supplicated us in this matter not to slay him, our pity was excited towards him, and we took all belonging to him and brought it unto you. And Esau took all the silver and gold which Eliphaz had taken from Jacob, and he put them by in his house. At that time, when Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob, and had commanded him, saying, You will not take a wife from among the daughters of Canaan, and that the daughters of Canaan were bad in the sight of Isaac and Rebekah. Then he went to the house of Ishmael his uncle, and in addition to his order wives, he took Machlath, the daughter of Ishmael, the sister of Nebaioth, for a wife. That's the end of chapter 29. Okay, that's the end of chapter 29. So, all right. So I must have. Did I skip something? No, I didn't. Oh, no. Okay. So yeah, we got it. We had chapter 29. That's it. We didn't miss anything, right? 29. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we got it. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something. All right, I guess that went faster than I thought. I was in the zone. All right. Anyway, shalom. Peace and blessing, family. All right, Mishpachah, Kingdom Builders, Road Trippers, Akim and Akatim. Thanks for riding along with me on this read. All right, I guess we got this one. Put it up and put it down. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one, guys and gals. In the meantime, be safe out there. Please be safe. Shalom, peace and blessings. All right, all praises to the Most High. I love you. Yep.